Hello everybody and welcome to another figure review. Today we'll be taking a close look at the Transformers RED line Soundwave, and as you can see, he is already out of his packaging. I couldn't resist, so I opened him up and played with him, and I've been having fun with him. Just to take a closer look here at the packaging, you get different shots of Soundwave. This is one of the more earlier ones they made out of this line, because we still have the window box here where the accessories were, and then obviously the window box here with the cool sort of blueprint blueprint Soundwave in the back. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is. Get a cool shot of Soundwave himself. Nice sort of blue crystals going there. There's the top and the bottom. But anyway, he's already out of the box, so let's take a close look at accessories. In terms of accessories, we get quite a few. No blast effects with him, but we do get his back piece, just plainly sculpted in blue. You get two pegs there. And yeah, a little bit of detailing there. Nothing too crazy. He does come with the backpack attached out of the box, so there's the two holes there on the back, and one hole is bigger than the other, so you just go ahead and attach, and he has his back piece there. He also came with his shoulder cannon attached already. It's a bit of a hassle trying to pose the cannon around because it falls off easily. It would have been better if they had some sort of ball joint system that attaches into here, but yeah, because as it is, it just sort of, you can swivel it around, but it will more than likely just pop off, so you gotta pop it back in. I mean, it's not too annoying, but a ball joint would have been better to get better, up and down out of the shoulder cannon here. You do get a blaster for him. There that is, blue and red with some gray here at the front. Pretty cool looking blaster. You do get a right trigger hand for him to hold his blaster, and I already see some wear because these hands aren't as soft as let's say Starscream's. The fingers here have some flex to them, but these don't. It's pretty hard plastic. As you can probably see, like I'm trying to bend it, there's not much give to it. You get a left hand with a sort of pressing finger that is to open up his chest piece, which I'll demonstrate later on. And then we have two fists, with which he came with out of the box. That being said, let's take a close look at the figure. So in terms of articulation, this guy isn't half bad. He looks kind of plain without his shoulder cannon, but I'll do the articulation without it on. His head is on a ball joint, so there that is. This kind of system is what I'm talking about. Would have been better for the shoulder cannon, but they didn't do that, so that's unfortunate. But he can look up pretty well. It's pretty good motion there, and he doesn't look down too much. I mean, he kind of can, but with their blocky designs, you wonder if they can actually look down like that. You get some ankle pivot there, very nice. The arms have some small shoulder, butterfly joint, but the arms do go out that much. They do rotate there, very nice. He does have bicep swivel, double jointed arms, very nice. All of his hands hinge horizontally. He does have a waist swivel, no ab crunch, because I'll get that into a minute. He can kick up about that much only with both legs. The design doesn't allow it to kick any further, and he does kick out to the side fair amount. about that much. He does have the upper thigh cut there. He does have double jointed knees, so about that much. No calf rotation or anything, but his feet do go up about that much, a little bit, back a little bit, and he does have ankle pivot in there. And then yeah, you get the big blocky designs going all around. Soundwave, one of my favorite Decepticons, and I'm happy I found this guy pretty cheap on Mercari for about 16 bucks, so that's pretty neat. But this is why you have this hand gesture, so that he can press his own button, which, you know, he can do. You can pose him like that, but the button itself is very functional. So if you press it, it pops his other accessory, a cassette tape, which I assume is also a Decepticon named, I forgot its name, Ravage or something like that. Transformers fans, you can let me know. But yeah, the button is functional, but if you don't want to, you know, use the button, you can always tap underneath the sort of chest piece here and it'll open up. And yeah, so there that is. Overall, pretty nice figure. Obviously, this is one of my favorite Decepticons. I'm happy to have him in figure form.
Megatron! Course back to Cybertron charted. Space cruiser fueled and ready for departure. What are your orders, Megatron? Space cruiser ready for boarding. Rumble, Laserbeak, Ravage, prepare for battle. Operation Warfare. Eject, eject, eject. Autobot invader, Autobot invader.
But you know, the articulation is very nice. I like this line because it keeps the design of the robot design pretty sleek without all the different panels to transform it. But there's overall some nice detailing with this guy. The Decepticon and the clear chest piece looks nice. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty flat plastic and nothing too intricate or crazy going on. But yeah, it's cool seeing this guy. He looks very menacing with those red eyes. I don't know, just an iconic look that I really much enjoy looking at. And he's been a fun figure to pose. Now, in terms of blast effects, I mentioned he didn't come with any, but it would have been nice to get one for his shoulder cannon. I think that would have been cool. I tried this War Machine effect. It does not fit. It almost is a perfect fit, but it's a little too small. I think it needs to be a little bit wider. So yeah, it did not fit on that. But for the blaster he has in hand, I found this other effect fits pretty well. It's sort of a flame effect, or this other War Machine shooting effect also kind of works. Kind of. It's a loose fit, but if you put him in certain poses, you can pull it off. You can also, let's see where it is. You can also use some of the previous figures we've looked at, their blast effects. So there that is, it will port in. So yeah, that looks pretty neat. Pretty good that you can use different effects. You can also put Megatron's his gun mode into his hand. So there you go. You can have Soundwave carrying a Megatron in gun form, and you can swap out his hand with Starscream's hand. The colors aren't the same shade of blue, but if you don't mind that, then you can go ahead and put Soundwave's hand into Starscream, and now Starscream is using Megatron as a gun. Again, the blues don't match, but I think they're close enough and it's not too noticeable. And with that being said, let's compare him to the other figures that we have reviewed. Here he is next to Starscream. I believe he's a bit shorter than Starscream. I don't know if that's accurate, but he does seem a bit shorter. I don't know how well that looks, but they're about the same height or size, you know. Here we have him next to Shockwave. Wait a minute. Here we have him next to Shockwave, the actual Transformer Shockwave, and they look pretty good together. I mean, these are two of my favorite Transformers. Starscream is good too, but I just always thought he was too much of a kiss-ass with Megatron, so I didn't really like that of his character, but these two really stand out to me in terms of color and design. Starscream, I like his sort of jet mode, which is, you know, kind of counterintuitive of what I said previously, that I prefer their robot modes, but I like Starscream jet mode, so do whatever you want with that information. And yeah, final thoughts on this guy. He's very cool and very much fun to pose. I got him into a few running poses. I don't know if I'll do a quick, you know, or do any pictures at the end of the video, but stick around if you do. But yeah, this guy, very cool, very fun to look at. Anyway, that does it for my review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the future review.